Three sisters with stories to tell. Books in our hands, we know them well. Flipping pages where dreams dwell. Chapter one, here you go. Turn the light, let the words flow. Laughs and love in every show. Books, sweethearts, we grow.
All right, welcome back to episode 6, I think. 7?
Yes, 6.
6.
Because it's the end of the third part.
Yes, so episode 6.
Whoop, whoop.
Lots going on. I'm excited to cover this. I don't know, just so that I can read on, because I feel like it's been an eternity. Or what? I mean, every time we say it'll be quick, it's not. But half of it is smut that we don't have to cover in detail. So it should be somewhat quick. Chrissy gets that one.
Still got the best part, though, that I'm excited to get to. Be like,
Yeah.
ha, I told you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we find out a lot of good stuff this section.
We
so
do.
With that, let's jump into the rapid recap.
Okay, so I tried to, there's some drama in my writing, okay?
Love it.
Spit out from the bowels of the underworld into Floodwood Forest. Camilla said the vampire prince's name, which is a big no-no. She and Envy make each other jealous with memories, roll around in the dirt a bit before Envy was distracted and Camilla disappeared mid-tryst. Camilla landed in Malice Isle and she met the super creepy prince of vampires. She was escorted by a vampire named Blade. And the whole reason she's there is because she said Zaris' name, so he thinks she belongs to him. She tries to avoid getting bitten, and so she's just trying to stay back. She feared that, if Camilla is mortal, she should be fearing Zaris, but instead she's drawn to him and kind of taken aback by him. And so that's a tell that she's not mortal. Okay, then Envy is deciphering the whole clue from Golaf with the red eyes and the blue eyes, and he's planning a coup to dethrone Zaris and replace him with Blade. Okay, he has a close run-in with a curse, and Vittoria is involved. She has to rip out his heart, and so now he's literally without a heart. She stuck her fingers and took it.
Had a heart.
And freaking Bexley's in the vampire court. Camilla again tries to avoid being bitten or noticed during a dining hall orgy. She fails by drawing Zaris' attention while she tries to beat the shit out of Bexley. Envy shows up to save the day. He actually rescues her from Zaris' lap when he was about to bite her. He kept her from becoming a snack. And now Zaris challenges Envy for Camilla. It was all a scheme to replace him with Blade. In the battle, Envy's posted up against 4 giant monsters, Poison, and a vampire prince. And that's where we left off. He wasn't in great condition. The end. Rapid recap. Wrapped. I snotted. I'm sorry. It's just coming out. It's like a fountain.
Love that for you.
Yeah. I had nothing to add to the recap. We're right in the middle of the fight. So we're about to find out how that went.
It actually ended kind of dramatic. It wasn't the last line. He saw the raging beast descending, did his dagger, and smiled. It's a good way to end that chapter.
Yeah.
Take it away, Erin.
Jumping into Sister Takes. Ashley's going to lead it.
Okay. So chapter 44. So like Chrissy just said, he's really getting into this fight now. To the point that he's even decided to start channeling his less dominant sense, his most ravenous, which is the lust for war and fighting and killing and all the violence. And he's got his dagger, he's fighting off these beasts and whatnot, and he ends up stabbing Saris in the leg. And he gets so excited by the blood just spurting everywhere, that his power actually shoots ice all around the arena. And he's like, "Oh, damn, I've got to rein that in. Like, I'm going to burn
That
out
was
too
wasteful.
quickly." Yeah. So, because again, he's heartless and his heart is the source of his power. So he's not regenerating very well. He's not healing very well. Um, this is when he's really starting to slow down. Um, and so the Kiadara
Which
decide
are
to
apparently
jump.
female because he calls them sadistic death goddesses. And I just now noticed that. They didn't sound very
Oh,
female.
they didn't sound very female.
No,
I didn't realize that.
I just read it.
Um, so they actually jump on him and he's stabbing them with ice from his power and punches them across the arena. And he has this big realization that their claws and blades that they're using as well must also be covered in the poison that he knew Zars was going to use, but he is starting to see a huge drawback in his healing abilities and he's starting to get sluggish. And at this point, he hasn't really even started the fight. Like, if he were at full power, he would have been fine, right? Like, he wouldn't even be bothered by any of this, but he's really starting to feel it. And so there's more fighting, and it gets to the point where the candidate comes at him, and he actually rips the heart out, just punches straight through, rips it out, and tosses it to the side. Specifically, kind of as a distraction for the Kiadara because they're the super bloodthirsty. Like they will eat each other if they're bleeding. Like,
Or themselves.
yeah. It
Gross.
definitely made me think of when the Leviathan eat themselves on Supernatural. Like I see them
And
as
his
like
name is
that.
Leviathan. How
They get
coincidental.
bibbed. But I digress. So he kind of refocuses back on Zaris and he's making the conscious decision like, all right, it's time to wrap this show up, but I'm gonna give him a show. Like it's gonna be worth everybody's while because the crowd has gone crazy. They don't care whose blood is shed. They are just like in for it now. And about that time, Zaris decides to make a very crude remark and taunt to Envy about Camilla. And to which Envy is like, nope, absolute wrong thing to say in this moment. And he like pulls all his power and just hard slashes them across the throat, which he says is still superficial, but it still shows how much power he actually has, regardless of the poison. And he pulls the blade and he actually stabs him so hard it gets stuck in the bone, like it hits bone, and he's like feel like he's just like amped every time he's doing this. Like he's really kind of feeding himself at this point. And he's shattering Zaris's kneecaps, which even for a vampire healer, healing properly, it would still take a full day. So just imagine like him doing the elbow crawl. Like there's no standing, there's no like running away at this point. Like he's kind of just a stick in the mud.
Very
And
zombie-esque.
yeah. And about that time, the Kid are coming back and circling them, and Envy decides, nope, it's time to dispatch with these guys too. He kind of regrets having to kill these animals because they're from the gods of old, and it's just a waste to him. But you got to do what you got to do, and so he kills the Kiadara. So all that's left is the little falcon and panther looking whatever creatures. Um, and
Why couldn't they say falcon before? Because they literally said bird of prey, and then I had to describe it was a bird of prey head monster. Why didn't they say falcon when they first introduced it? Rude.
I'll tell you. So after he kills these Kiadara, he's actually getting dizzy from all of the additional impalements that he got while trying to kill these Kiadara. And so now it's just he goes through and he dispatches with the falcon and I think they call it Panthera or something like that. Were you gonna clarify, Christy? I felt you.
No, they say
Okay.
lion or falcon, panthera or falconidae. Falconidae.
Like that. That's what they call them. And so he kills all the monsters, and it is just Envy and Zaris now. And he asks Zaris what Lennox promised him. Like, what in your right mind thought made you think that you could take what's mine and get away with it? What was so amazing and so worthwhile that you were willing to even contemplate doing this? Especially not even taking into account all the things that he had already done with Rap. Like, that's just added pressure. But Zaris confirms that Lennox actually promised him one of the 4, which he's referring to. There are 2 blood heir prince Seelies and 2 blood heir
Unseelie.
princess. No, the princes are Seelie and the princesses are Unseelie. Had to
No,
go
it
back.
says
No,
2
they're
unseelie
both
princes and
unseelie.
2 unseelie princesses.
Stand by.
He can't.
Because
He's not
I
gonna have.
went back and looked.
352.
Thank you.
It's very bottom.
I knew it was at the
Bottom right
bottom.
corner. Bottom right corner.
Left. Oh, yeah. Left page.
Oh, 2. You're right. But it is 2 princes and 2 princesses. Okay. Well, one of 4.
And they have a
He
lot
was
of magic.
promised. Yes. So these 4 are the only, I'm assuming how she worded it, they're the only true blood, like blood in, blood out type heirs. And the rest are kind of just like half breeds or something.
Why did Zara say she'll never be yours about Camilla, though?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, probably because she is
whatever reason
one of
she's
the
in the game.
princesses,
Yeah, maybe.
and Lennox
But-
would never.
No, what, you think she's one of Lennox's princesses?
I think she is one of the the blood heirs. I think she's one of the blood heirs.
Hell no to the no. No, can't be. Never. Okay, sorry.
saying.
You and me go on.
Because they are rumored to have how did he say it? Like Lord, like special untold capabilities or something
Yeah.
like that.
Magic
but-
is untold.
Her
she
gift
does.
comes from her dad that we know of.
Well,
No spoiling.
if
I get
if
to
we're-
reveal the thing.
Well, if we're being honest, like we at this point we don't know anything.
No.
And like
No, but she does say she
Technically-
got the gift from him. So the most biological confirmation we have would be for the dad.
but so maybe, but we also don't know how their lineage works either.
Sure.
But if we know she's not human. Like, there's just no way at this point.
yeah.
And so she's clearly either been, her abilities have been suppressed willingly, unwillingly, whichever. And she knows or doesn't know about some of these. So, like, she could have even more weird, crazy things that she doesn't even know or that haven't even been hinted at, aka untold capabilities. I'm just saying. So back to it. Blade is now kind of like hiding out in a little dark alcove, just waiting for the right moment. Because as the fear collector said, like, he was very specific that the crimson-eyed heir has to be the one to kill the current one. So Envy already knows going into this, like, it has to be Blade that does this. So Blade finally comes out and he starts walking toward them. And when Zaris kind of sees what, like, I feel like he's finally recognizing, like, oh, like this is it. He starts trying to forfeit.
Mercy.
Yeah. And Envy's like, you shouldn't have fucked with my brother. You shouldn't have screwed over your own people. And then what really did you in was, how dare you try to take what is mine? Like, you never should have come for her.
Well, it is also like, what is this guy thinking? Like, it's like he's a destructive bomb right now. Like,
It's
all
just
these really bad
wild.
decisions, and then thinks he's not going to die.
Yeah, like,
Well, and on top of that, he already knows, like, we know that he knows how strong in comparison Envy is to him, because he had all these extra monsters to make it a fair playing ground.
yeah.
So He's just stupid, is basically what it
Yeah.
is. Um, yeah. So Blake comes over and rips his throat out in one smooth motion, and his pieces are ripped apart, and they build up this fire somehow super quick. And Blade throws his severed head into the flames until it turns to ash. And the crowd is like absolutely losing their shit. They are hysterical. And Blade, he doesn't yell. He just like he says silence. And they kind of quiet down a little bit, but then he says, by blood, by blade, by might, I've taken the immortal throne. Bow before your new prince or die by my blade. And everybody's just kind of standing there stunned, like nobody's making the first move because, and Envy alludes quite clearly that Blade has to win everybody over or they're just going to be coming at him.
He also
Like,
stands out
forever.
because he doesn't look like the rest of the royals.
Yeah, he is the only crimson-eyed royal or heir, whatever, and so he's just stolen this throne. And it's actually Alexei that is the first vampire to go through their little ritual. So they have to like get down on bended knee, beat their chest, and say, what does it say? Rightful ruler of the immortal hearts, I honor thee, Prince Blade. And then they slowly, monkey see, monkey do until everybody has done this. Um, and we end the chapter with Envy kind of thinking to himself, like, well, Wrath is definitely going to be pissed when he finds out. Because Blade could absolutely be a greater threat than Zaris. And he kind of already is just because he's an unknown. But if he's even, half better than Zaris at strategy and political moves and taking care of his people, like he's already a much greater threat. But he's like, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Not my chicken, not my circus, not my monkeys.
Yeah.
I can't ever get that phrase right. Sorry. Chickens.
Not my monkeys, not my circus.
I think
that's basically
we
it.
like filled in the blanks there pretty well through it.
Yeah.
So 45, we kind of snap over to Camilla is back in that chamber where they took her in the vampire court to change into her very flashy dress previously. But this time she is locked in from the outside. So there's no getting out. And she's kind of hearing people like rushing by and kind of whispering through the halls and whatnot, but nobody's coming to open this door for her. And all of a sudden, she kind of hears somebody outside the door and she's like, hello, like, is somebody there? And of course, it's Vex the Hex, creep that he is, somehow just stumbled upon and knew that this was her door. And he's like, yeah, let me in. She's like, it's locked. He's like, well, unlock it. She's like, from the outside, you dipshit. Like, and so it's unlocked and he is not alone. He's got his succubus with him, who apparently she's the one that ended up having to unlock it for him. And it was actually kind of weird that she was there because she just throws him against the wall, licks him, and then walks away. It's like,
The guy's
okay.
weird. It's a weird thing.
Okay. And so Camilla's just grateful, one, that she's not locked in anymore, so she's kind of not as bitchy toward him at first, but she asks him if he's going to Waverly Green. He's like, well, yeah, and if you want me to get you out, it's going to cost you, and it's going to cost more than just your forgeries. You're going to have to marry me or accept my marriage, whatever. And she's like, oh, you misunderstood. I'm not actually trying to go back. And he's like, no, you misunderstood. Like, it's not an option. And he tells her that, like, he's out of the game officially with Zaris dying. Whatever it was that he was supposed to do to get his next clue was coming from Zaris. So now that he's dead, there is nothing for him to do. which also means that he's not going to have sanctuary in the vampire court anymore because he no longer serves a purpose for Lennox. And she's like, this guy is whacked out of his mind, but he's totally keeping his composure as she's, she keeps telling him, like, let me go, because he's got her wrist, and every time she does it, like, he gets angrier. Like, she can feel he's getting angrier, but his face is totally, like, psychopath smooth, like, can't tell he's pissed off. And she's like, it's even creepier, like, how calm he looks right now. So the plan is that Camilla marries Bexley, and they get uber rich on forgeries and then buy immortality. And so she's like, oh, so that's why you were in the game. And he doesn't, the way he answered it, I don't know if you guys thought it was
He has
weird,
his
but like,
reasons. Yeah, he like goes avoidant.
yeah, he didn't say yes, didn't say no, but he kind of agreed. So maybe that'll pop up later, something weird.
I hope to never see him again.
Yeah, same. I hope to never hear his name again. Um, but she tells him again, like, really forcefully, like, let me go. And all of a sudden, like, the mask falls, and he is just like, I imagine him, like when those like crazy psycho looking guys, when they get angry, their face turns all red and they're like almost drooling. Yeah, like that's how I picture his face, like super creepy. Um, and he's like, I'm not leaving here without a prize, even if it's just you. And the first thing I'm going to do is impregnate you, essentially. And she's like, no fucking way, thanks. And she cannot get him off of her. And she doesn't have a weapon of any kind. Like, she put her dagger down somewhere. And she decides that, oh, yeah, I'm super angry, but it's fine. I'm going to use the physical connection of him touching me, and focuses on this strange feeling under her skin where he's touching her. And she describes, like, it's all of her pent up, blocked emotions that she's ever had, all the crazy negative things going on. And they all just kind of like rush out of her and pretty much electrocutes Vex the Hex to the point where he's foaming at the mouth. Like, and then he, like, that's it. Like, he gone, just dead, on the floor. And she's like, okay. And then she realizes, of course, Envy was there watching the whole thing
Thanks for the help,
unfold.
dude.
Like, and he just, no judgment, just walks over, reaches out a hand, and she takes his bloody hand, and they poof. And that's it.
I don't think that the what the hell just happened like got enough attention right here. Like, what did
I
she do?
know.
Yeah. I wanted to add something cool about Blade. They're friends. He left her a little goodie bag with a dagger
Mhm.
and some what was it? A dagger, a sheath, and some medicinal jars. And for the princess wounds, apply as needed. Never forget, strike hard, little lamb, Blade. Like a little sweet friend note. And I love that.
It was
That's all.
cute. Anything else?
Nothing to add.
Cool. Chapter 46. So we have poofed to the cottage on the outskirts of his grounds. And he's on high alert still. And he's kind of looking around and sees a shadow move all of a sudden. And he's like, nope, we're not doing this. So he's like, step into the clearing slowly. And out of the shadows comes an unseelie man. And he goes through the description of what this man looks like and recognizes him on reputation alone. He says, you're a long way away from hunting maidens in the woods, wolf. And he's got Camilla kind of like behind him, like in a protective stance or whatever.
Don't even look at her.
Yeah, pretty much. So, and he doesn't know anything about her past yet, technically, about their encounter.
Yeah.
So, and we learn that in his description that Wolf was actually once a high-ranking unseelie. They don't really go into too much detail, which I'm hoping that's going to be later in the book. I'm curious. But, Wolf is kind of taunting him a little bit, and Envy's like, do you have a message from Lennox? Like, let's get through whatever the hell you're here for. And he doesn't really answer. So Envy pulls out a blade and he sees it and he kind of backs up and starts laughing a little bit, very unserious of the situation. And he finally replies that, like, no, I don't have a message. I just wanted to come and see if the rumors were true. And as he's saying this, he keeps trying to like peek around Envy and see Camilla. Like it's very clear he knows that Camilla is there. And he's trying to make eye contact, essentially, is how I
I feel like
read
they can
that.
all smell each other. Like
Yeah.
you can't even like make a grand entrance because somebody's gonna smell you in this world.
Could you
Right?
imagine? Like, talk
I would
about,
not like it. I
oh
don't
my
put
God.
deodorant on ever.
No, same.
I
I'm
put
at home by
deodorant on
myself all
when,
the time.
like, as soon as I get out of the shower and I'm going to be sitting at home all weekend, that's the first thing I do. That's wild.
Sorry.
So Envy's like, if you're so curious about the new vampire ruler, why come here? And Wolf clarifies that those two things are not related. And he's like, what? And then he's like, oh yeah, I'll be seeing you, fair winter lady. He says some other BS,
Shifting
but
seasons are always so beautiful. What does it mean? Sorry, I bumped my.
yeah.
But what does it mean?
And then he leaves. And Envy looks like he turns his head and then he sees her expression and is like, do you know him? And Camilla is very much Camilla about it. And she's like, I mean, everybody's heard of his legends. And then she goes to further explain, I actually say she over explains that his legend, like, it's not even true. It was all made up by men. Because the legend is that he actually like eats maidens.
I love this conversation.
And she's like, I mean, well, not like that. Like she's just like
He doesn't
working
have them to
herself.
eat. Well, at least not in the way the stories tell it.
Yeah.
Right. And it's just like, yeah, the human men came up with the tale that he likes to come into the house and eat women because they were just so threatened by how he pleases the maidens that they had to make up this tale about him so that women would fear him.
Mhm.
And he's just like, he doesn't even really respond. He's just like, his jealousy spikes and he just like stomps off up
Yeah,
to the
he's like,
cottage.
I just battled legendary monsters, and you're flush just recalling lurid stories of a cursed unseelie fae.
So freaking jealous. She's like, yeah, I mean, it's said that he's real good. I wouldn't know though.
Yeah.
Oh, girl.
So we kind of flash
So
up
jealous.
to, yeah.
As if he's like, I gave her an orgasm with my legendary tongue. I'm legendary. Who's this guy? I don't.
Yeah, he's having a whole moment.
Yeah,
Like,
he is.
Yeah.
Bit of a conundrum.
And
And it's-
walks off with the smirk too. Like, are you gonna come or are you gonna wait for him to come back?
yeah.
She's probably like,
Let me think
good.
about that.
Yeah.
Like it's not the toddler tantrum, but it's like the 12-year-old tantrum where it's like they got a little extra sense and a little extra whip to it, but like it's very much a tantrum.
Yeah, very much so.
Okay, so then we break over to they're in the bathroom and NB is trying to essentially take care of his wounds. And she comes in and she's like, oh, I have this salve that Blade gave me that you can apply. And then he also gave me some herbs for a bath. And Envy makes the connection that this is actually a good sign that maybe Blade isn't going to make himself a threat to the demons and sees it as a way to extend an olive branch essentially and like strengthen alliances between the two of them as he's taking over this realm. And Camilla's kind of trying to help him with this salve, but she gets distracted and she sees this large tattoo that goes from his basically all the way up his upper arm and around the right side of his chest, and it's of a double-headed wolf. And so she's kind of asking him about it, and he clarifies that it is the house envy symbol. Um, so I guess they all probably have like some kind of animal symbol or something. Um, and as she's putting on this salve, she's looking at his chest and finally realizes that something is very wrong with his heart. And he's like, oh, yeah, it'll grow back soon enough. He's like, wait, what? He doesn't tell her what happened, nothing. He's just like, oh yeah, it's just I ran into a slight issue before making it to the vampire court, or I would have been there sooner. Like I was just like, I'm sitting there thinking like, how do you even respond to that? Which I mean, she really doesn't. Like there's
No,
nothing you
she's
can
like,
really say to that.
Yeah.
sorry that this is gonna hurt when I put this stuff on you.
Yeah. And so she finishes putting on the salve and basically like slaps and shoves the bag of herbs for his bath into his chest and tells him how to use it. And it's just like, it won't improve your attitude, but your wounds should heal nicely. And so she's very like irked by just nonchalance of everything. And she tries to walk away, and of course he's not letting that happen. So he spins her around and he's like, let me thank you properly, Your Highness, or what does he call her?
Miss Antonius.
Yeah. And
Sounds like Your Highness.
Yes.
kind of. And then he just slams his mouth down on hers, and then the chapter is done.
Thing that you skipped over, that I think is very important, is
Probably
like
a few things.
well, this one thing. He's reflecting on what he saw when Camilla killed Vexley. He talks about how she also seemed stunned by the magic that looked like little webs of lightning around her skin. He questions, did she know that she had the skill, or was it a shock? This is stupid. He like thinks she might be an eel shifter. Like, why would you think?
You know,
No,
I
and
actually
shifter.
was gonna say, I wonder if I
Well,
skipped that part until you
he's-
said eel, and I was like, I do
Yeah.
remember reading
Well, he
something
says-
weird about an eel
He's
shifter.
thinking creatures in nature held such power, electric eels for one, leading him to think she might be a shapeshifter. Do you think does he think she's an eel shapeshifter? What? She has to go to water to shift, and then what's her purpose? To shock
I
people?
think she can shift into anything she wants.
Oh, maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like you're a werewolf essentially, or you're a shark person.
I mean, that's usually how most shifter books read. You
Some.
get one thing.
Yeah, true.
The
go
one
ahead.
book series we read, the shifter, she could change into anything she wanted.
The we read?
Yeah, the 7 books. Remember? Because she's like a big giant sea monster at the end.
Oh,
But-
yeah. Lysandra
Yeah.
from Throne of Glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
I
special.
was like, I have no idea what the hell you guys are talking about. Now it makes
She's
sense. I
special.
never read that.
Yeah. Adding on to this, though, he is mentioning that Faye also possessed skills like hers, magic and talents, but he hadn't gotten any indication she had Seelie blood. Her ears were like immortal. He has never seen magic before tonight. He massaged her. He didn't see any enchantments. He can't like detect a glamour, and he's like, just truly like, what is she right in front of him? You gonna wing 47? We can always tag team it.
I mean,
All of us.
there's only 2 things that happen in this chapter, really. So,
This is true.
Okay, so chapter 47, the winged version. Winged? Wonged?
What?
Winged? The
What do
winged
you-
version?
You're winging
Winging? Yeah, the winged version. The Wong version.
it. Okay. I
One
got
of
it.
the
Yeah,
versions?
I don't know the answer to that one.
I would say these.
I don't like either of them.
What is the word
I
I'm
know.
looking for? Like spur of the
Digress?
moment, the spontaneous
Oh.
chapters.
Sure.
There you go.
Okay, the winged version. So yeah, so they're making out, and
In a
you know she
bathtub,
keep
right?
no, not yet.
Okay.
That's the second event.
Oh, sorry.
So the first event is they're making out and they're really kind of going at it, and all of a sudden, so the more important part in this chapter is that all of a sudden it goes from crazed and hot and heavy to he slows it down and he makes it feel like momentous to some extent. And she's thinking in her head, like, I cannot let, this infiltrate my thoughts because he's been very clear. It is a one night type of thing. There's no, he's not my Prince Charming. He's not going to fall in love with me. Da 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 da. Um, but yeah, he keeps making it worse and worse, or better and better. I don't know. Um, until finally, like, she's just like, nope, can't do it. And so she kind of breaks it off and she's like, yeah, so I should go. And they like kind
You
of,
guard your heart, Camila.
yeah, like they kind of, when she does that, they kind of look at each other and it's like he realizes that,
Oh shit.
yeah, he definitely did that. And oops. And
It's the
he's
poison,
like,
from
yeah.
the stabs.
And he's like, yeah, just bathe and rest. And then it's like super awkward, essentially. And he's like, oh, I'll see you in a little while. And she's like, yeah, that sounds good. So then we flash over to she's in the bath and she's trying to forget how she just like killed this dude with
Deserved
powers
it.
that, yeah. Yeah. And she's just reminiscing, trying to like talk herself out of, accidentally on purpose reading too much into everything. And it'd be very politely kind of knocks on the door and comes in. And he's like, oh, yeah, there were just two things that I wanted to take care of. Essentially, he wanted to apologize, but he couldn't really get the words out. And then what was the other one? He was like, yeah, I realized I would be lying. I'm not remotely sorry, which,
Yeah, and
oh,
she says she knew it was a trap, like how he was wording everything. Like he wanted her
yeah.
to ask him this.
Yeah, she's basically like, oh, yeah, you have no morals. And she asks him, what's the second thing that brought you here? And he kind of looks at her. He doesn't respond at first. He kind of looks at her and she's very clearly like turned on by this interchange. And he's like, oh, are you thinking about my tongue? She's like, no, I'm thinking about dinner. Like I could just hear her saying it like super sharp too. He says, look at me all you like, Camilla, but this isn't over yet, and you know it. When you're in bed tonight, fingers trailing over your deliciously swollen clit, you'll be dreaming of my hand doling out your pleasure, and then walks off. Like he is the master of saying like the raunchiest shit and just like leaving.
And then she's like, watch me, asshole.
Yeah.
Chapter was like mostly a steamy scene, but I do like hearing Camilla's internal dialogue on how she feels like such an equal to him, and she's drawn to his darkness, and she's drawn to like the imperfect parts of him. It feels like she is like most herself with him. Uh, it speaks to her.
Yeah.
And their bond. They can't be at a one night stand. It just can't happen.
Well, and I think like normally I would say this is more of like a filler chapter, but I feel like it's actually kind of a realization turning point for her of like, so we see they're both kind of all in, but still don't want to be all in, and they're both recognizing it. But then she's also coming off of that huge like emotional release when she killed Vex the Hex, that like she's been bottling up all these super like intense emotions to which Envy alluded to previously.
Yeah.
And she's coming down from that and she's having the realization of like you said, like I do feel like I am his equal. Like I don't
We're a
like
good
she's
pair.
really kind of accepting who she is and able to kind of see past the fog of all the compartmentalization.
But it is a battle of the wills with those two. Like, they're equally
Yes.
stubborn. Like,
Mhm.
I am not going to make this more than a one night thing if you're not going to make it. No, I'm not going to be the one that's like, I love you. Like,
Yeah,
that's,
I'm not going to
no,
be the sucker.
no, can't get me.
I
Can't get
feel
me,
that.
Joe. All right.
48. 48, Lord.
Did you get any sleep? I didn't get any sleep. So, like, but
All right. So, we leave Camilla in the bathtub at the end of that chapter. Um, pleasuring
Making him
herself
listen.
loudly. Yes. As her own victorious torture. So then in chapter 48, we are talking with Envy. He's going on how he was feeling so proud of himself on how he antagonized Camilla, but then she quickly one-upped him and had him having to relieve himself. So she took the win on that little encounter that they had.
he said she knocked him clear off his high horse with that move.
Yeah. So he's also getting an update from Alexi on what's going on in the vampire court. Obviously they're coming after Blade, but he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna kill all of you guys, and like has their heads on pikes outside of his door and like in the town square or something along those lines. Just a threatening reminder that, you know, you're probably not gonna win the battle.
Better not.
You don't have to like
Um,
me, but you do have to bow.
So then Envy is trying to figure out the next riddle. They haven't got their next clue yet. He's racking his brain, and he comes to the thought that maybe Wolf had delivered some type of riddle in his words, and he's jotting all these words, random words down. None of them are making sense. And then he's like, okay, let me focus on what he said to Camilla, because there was some weirdness going on there. Still can't
It was
figure it
rumors
out.
abound, right? Rumors abound is what he was trying to decipher.
Yeah, something. Yeah, the rumors
Yeah.
comment
He
that
was
he
like,
made.
yeah. Yeah, Wolf said rumors abound, and that's what he was hanging on.
Yeah, I just want to add in there that, like, when we got to this part, I was very unimpressed with Lennox's originality at this point because it's like every clue is an anagram. Like, you ain't got nothing else. That's it. Just
He
anagrams.
likes anagrams. He likes anagrams, okay?
Just that.
So he can't figure it out. And then Camilla arrives silently wearing this gorgeous hunter green gown. And he starts to give her a compliment and then he stops himself. So he's like, that'll do. Well, like an asshole. And then she sees the like his deciphering scribble scratch paper, and she's like, what is that? And he explains it's the riddle, and she's like, dearly twin. And he just kind of goes blank, and she's like,
He took that from Fair Winter Lady, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Or Winter Lady.
I don't know, whatever Wolf said. I keep losing my place.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. So she says dearly twin, and Envy kind of pauses and starts kind of being a bit disgruntled. And she's like, well, it was just a guess. And then he's like, no, you got it right. And I know where we need to go now, and I'm not happy about it. And then he's like, okay, I gotta go. I won't be joining you for dinner. She's like, where are you going? And he's like, House of Envy. And she's like, well, what the fuck? Why am I not going with you? And he says, I have a private matter to tend to, and I will need hours. With trying to make an innuendo because he had told her before when he takes his lovers to bed, he spends hours on them, trying to make her jealous, which she, of course, is. And that's where we end that chapter.
He feels like a villain.
Yeah, he does
Because
contemplate
he is a
it,
villain.
and
I'm
he's
okay with it.
really, trying to. He doesn't want Camilla to see his corpse because it's non-existent, pretty much.
And he hates Victoria, who is
Yeah,
the
he did
twin.
not anything
Mhm.
to do with that.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't think there was anything like super significant that was grazed over or anything.
Let's see. It does talk about Envy thinking that Wolf could be the guy from her memory. But he doesn't think about it long because he doesn't want to.
No, he doesn't want to think about that.
I ain't got time for those kind of thoughts right now.
He's saying he knows that Wolf was also intrigued by her like he is. And had made it seem like there was another secret he already knew or suspected.
Yeah.
Like he's
And
also kind of coming to terms with like it's possible that if he has any competition out there in the world, like for her hand, it would definitely be Wolf by her reaction.
yeah.
With him not taking her, is she like the whole "you're not coming"? It's not only like "are you going to see a lover?" It's like we've been partners in this game.
Yeah.
Like, why would you leave
Yeah.
me out right now? Like, I'm the one that like said the
Yeah.
right thing. Like, I'm important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. After she just had that realization of I always feel like an equal with him.
Yeah.
He tries to put her in her place. Not cool.
Mm.
You could tease her sexually, but her place is right here with you. So don't even try to think you can put her below you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
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 I mean, he
So
definitely
in-
wants her below him, but you know.
Yes.
So
he
we
does.
move into chapter 49.
And it's like, "Whew."
Anyways,
And so we leave her being jealous, and then we just continue on that streak. She's just like, yeah, I know he lied by his reaction. He's trying to be devious in some way. She doesn't know why, but knows that he wasn't actually feeling the way that he was trying to make her
she calls
think
him
he
an
did.
idiot and an ass. And
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah,
multiple
like
times.
what an ass is the first
What
thing
an
she
ass.
says.
Had the idiot not even realized he'd glanced away, his throat tied at that most crucial moment. Like, nice tell, dude.
Yeah.
Ass.
So she also is like, and like, does he really think I'm going to sit in this house while he's gone? Like, who
Yeah.
does he think I am? And she decides to leave the house.
'Cause fuck
She's
that guy.
also clear, like she seeing his notes, and she's like, it's clear he thinks Wolf was carrying the secret. So she was able to pick up on that, like maybe he himself is also picking up on her connection with Wolf.
Yeah.
The maid comes to her for dinner. They have like a little exchange, and she finds out that there's only 2 people in the whole house. So she's
It's pretty
starting.
big.
Yeah, she's like, there should have a full staff. Something's weird's going on. We start seeing her try to piece together his core and his true reason for these games and what's at stake. So yeah, she heads out very easily with no guards, which in all fantasy books that we've read, I don't know, it was ever been that easy for one of them just to peace out.
She's already been disappeared once.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like she didn't have to do a strategy or anything. She's like, okay,
No.
I'm gonna go wander.
Put on some gloves. He ready to move.
It's very much the no of all these books. It's like you never go outside alone. It's like saying, I'll be right back in a scary movie. Like, no, you won't.
You will not.
I feel like I'm anticipating like him to show up in places he doesn't because he's so possessive, just like when she was
Yeah.
attacked by like Lord Gary. Like he was just there. And now she's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
wandering around on his property.
With like, and she's obviously like, she's already hinted at it, but it's going to come up. She's going to meet like his biggest threat. Like he's
Yeah.
already said, like, no, nope. Incredibly jealous of their interactions.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
So it's just interesting that part of I don't know if it's how she's choosing to write him right now or what, but
I think it's just he's like on my court,
yeah.
like right now. That's where I'm seeing. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
I messed with her a little bit. I've got to go focus on this. I can't
Yeah.
pay attention to anything else.
Yeah, that would make sense. His powers are weakened and he's not focused. But I do. It's like every time we end up in these positions, I'm like, where is he? Like this is where he's supposed to be at.
Of all the times for you to do your
the honing beacon. Homing beacon
Yeah.
is not working. Her life alert's not working.
Yeah, so she heads out, wanders around to go find a wolf, which she finds easily, waiting for her. He's like all excited to see her, and she's straight to business, like, what is your message? What do you need? And he like grabs her in a dance and like dances her around, and they're just like
Just rub off on you a little bit.
Yeah, having some friendly banter, really mostly from his side. She's very disinterested. So she pushes him again, and he, is wondering why she hides who she is for so long. Which we learn her mom is the one who told her when they made it to Waverly Green to never say who she is, and she hasn't.
You hide under that facade, dimming your light year after year. Your light, starlight.
You say it all you want, Christy, but I'm not there.
Okay, continue, Hannah.
So, and she does have silver hair, right? Or is that the other
Silver?
book I'm reading?
Nope, that is her.
She's silver haired
See,
as well.
this is why I can't read 2 books at once.
I don't know what the characters look like anymore. They all look the same.
They all have silver hair. Anyways, so I am reading the Starlight books, and she also has silver hair.
Which ones? The stars are dying. Those.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, anywho, sorry, tangent.
Anywho.
So Wolf's reminiscing about their one night together and how she should be so happy. They don't have to hold back with one another because she is not human, neither is he. She brings up him being there at her shop, which that was like in the first part of the book. And we weren't sure who it was. We thought it could have been Vex. We
Mhm.
thought it could have been Envy, but turns out it was Wolf.
Yeah. Stalker.
Yeah, and he was surprised that she was in the game, but happy to kind of be back in her aura.
Part of his job is to watch the players of the game,
Yeah.
and he was surprised she was in it.
So yeah, and we don't learn anything more about Wolf along the lines of like why he's working with Linux. That we know him to be like the most terrible guy.
It's got to be just because he is in part of his court, right? He's
Yeah.
unseelie.
Well,
I feel like we're gonna learn
he's
more.
known. Yeah, I hope we learn more, but he's also known for like being like the very stealthy, like hunter, whatever.
Devious.
And yeah. And so
Well, and
he can go.
Envy said something like he used to be royal
Yeah.
or used to be. So he
Yeah, like,
made
he
the
was-
choice.
He's probably trying to get back in the king's good graces, and so he's leaving his little bitch.
Or to just stay out of his bad graces.
True. Also, yes.
He's like, oh, like I can watch the people, like no biggie. Like I'm not interfering. I'm not like I could see that. And like
Yeah.
honestly, if he's as terrible as everybody makes him sound, like I can't disagree. Like I'll spill the tea.
Yeah, I'm interested to learn more about that.
Well, and like, isn't it this one? Like this is where she openly like admits like not just
Not
that
yet, but yeah.
well, no, about when they were, because you already said it earlier that neither of them are human. Because like it's
Yeah,
they could
he's
both,
talking about it like you're not immortal.
like we could
Yeah,
both
he says,
let
like,
go.
Yeah,
and
I
not
can't be with
worry
a mortal
about-
without a glamour.
Yeah, not worrying about like hurting each other
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, so then he goes on to try to offer for her to come back with him and to be his mate. And I don't know that we really learned why he thinks that she wants to do that. But
It'd be a good alliance.
maybe we will learn. Like, what a bold thing to say.
Well, that's sumptuous.
Right. Like, haven't seen each other in 2 years and then only that one night. And then now you're like, it'd be a great alliance. Let's be mates for life.
It's only a
she's
good
kind of in his
allowance.
place.
Yeah, like it's only a good alliance and like worth it to him if he gets something out of it, like bigger than, her just being a fae.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know if she's Lennox's daughter, but her and Wolf have a history for sure. Because he also calls her Millie, which is a nickname.
Yeah, I
and
haven't
he
figured-
knows
that
her
threw
whole
me.
history. And it does talk to her like they're friends or like that they have a history.
Yeah.
They've known each other for a long time.
So I feel like they knew each other before she left. Before her parents took her.
Which would make sense.
And don't say anything about that yet.
So she doesn't give an answer. She just asks him about the Dearly twin. And he just is like, it's an ancient site. Doesn't go into much detail about it.
Which
But
Fluff
we
already
as the
kinda gave her.
reader do know that it has nothing to do with Victoria. So Envy's barking up the wrong tree. So
Barky does.
then Wolf brings back the proposal again and then calls her Millie, the nickname, and she's like, "Don't call me that." And he tries to grab her locket, which stings him. And we learn that it is meant to ward off unseelie males, among other things that we don't know yet. But that is the one thing she does tell us, that it wards off unseelie males.
Also, he gave her more info. Did you like cut out when the dearly twin, old name, older than me, ancient, old ones call them dearly twin, the dearly twin, the twin pillars of fairy. It's an ancient bay site now abandoned. That's where you wish to go. Did you say all that? And it was like,
Chrissy, I definitely did not say all of that.
well, but did you mention the twin pillars of fairy?
Yeah.
Okay, this is still freaking out. I don't know what's happening.
She's like, Christy, I definitely didn't say all of that.
You read the
Yes,
whole damn thing.
She said it all, and all you heard was. But yes, the one thing, like, she did mention the pillars, but like, we didn't
And
get
it's
to
an
the part
ancient
yet where he
site.
offers to take her.
No, we're at the locket. I don't know. Oh, we lost Christy.
No, I'm here. I just
No,
turned my
she just turned
camera
her video off.
so that it'll maybe like not lag.
Okay.
So I'm good.
Okay. So then she's just trying to get out of this. She's like, okay, yes, I need to go, but I don't want to go with you. He's offering to like take her there, take her back to Waverly Green, basically wherever. And she's like, I'm good. And Wolf gives her like a long hug before leaving. And he's like, you never admitted it out loud or something. And she finally
That
admits
she
to us.
remembers who she is.
Yeah. So she
And he's like,
finally
"Did you
admits to
forget?"
us that she is Faye. And his parting words are just, remember that I am not your enemy.
He calls her Fair Winter Lady again.
Yeah.
So there's
I
a
like
part in
that.
here that I didn't understand. No, keep going. I'm gonna find it in here.
I was just gonna say, I cracked up when she's like, it was a one-time thing. Like, we fornicated. It was a long time ago. That's it.
Fornicated.
Like, it was great. Whatever. It's done now. I'm not hanging on it. So get over it, dude.
Mm-hmm. One thing I highlighted was at the beginning of the chapter, she is like when I said she found Envy's notes and he believes the purpose was for her. And she says he believed Wolf was the messenger. Camilla had a slightly different suspicion. So I don't know what that's going to end up being.
So I wonder if that's why she sought out Wolf. Because like
Maybe.
he thought that he got the message from Wolf, is how I interpreted it. But she's like, no, that wasn't all of it. There's no way that was all of it. But I might be reading it wrong too.
Yeah. I mean, possibly. Or she could know Lennox to some level like she knows Wolf. I don't know.
She's full of secrets, that one.
This one part in here, I wasn't really like, she didn't elaborate, and I don't know if it's supposed to be something to think about or if it's just like a thought that she threw in here. But when she said, so when he offers to take her to Waverly Green, and it says Camilla knew what he wasn't saying. If she chose to return to Waverly Green, she wouldn't be able to leave again. Such was the subcontext or the subtext of Faye bargains. This offer hadn't originated with Wolf. It was from the game master himself.
Because Lennox would want to trap her in Waverly Green so she cannot help Envy succeed in winning the game.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's a good thought. Well, she has to be tied to the court in some way because remember her dad also warned her, like, just remember you're not evil, essentially.
Yeah. Stay away from the demons.
I also highlighted the part where Wolf is saying, come to the court, imagine the fun we could have. Don't you wonder what it could be? And she says she did. And that was the problem. She shouldn't want to go to the dark court.
She's heard the stories, like even regardless of her past, she heard what happened to Envy's significant other. That, that she got just drawn in and then used up and thrown out. But she's not mortal, so that's a little different, but
I mean, if you were naturally unseelie, it would only make sense that you would be drawn to your homeland. I was just saying.
Yeah, let's see.
I'm gonna be really disappointed if she isn't one of the supposed to be bad guys. Like, how awesome would that be?
nah, she's Starlight. Starlight's not bad.
She has to have some type of bad because of everything she's drawn to.
What is?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna it's a quote I wrote down. She kisses like shit. What did it say? You kiss like a saint, but F like a deviant.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
She's got two sides.
Let's see.
I think I'm good on that chapter.
Yeah, I was just making sure. I highlighted a bunch on this one.
It was hard. Like a lot of these chapters have like 51. I have a lot of notes on it because it's just got a lot of content.
Yeah.
It's important that we have to decipher.
I guess the last thing for that chapter is when he's giving her this offer, she says to herself, when she chooses her fate, she wanted to do so for herself because she'd had time to think about what she wanted out of life. She'd never gotten to decide that before. So that's when she left.
Yeah.
If you're a royal, you don't really get to choose. I'm saying it's all fitting. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I'm interested to maybe, like you said, we don't know how their courts work. Maybe he's not her biological father or anything. Maybe it's has something else and she's just really strong so that I don't know.
Yeah.
But clearly the mom pulled her out of there.
They could have
Hiding her.
left the court. They never said anything about her dad also coming with them. She only mentioned her and her mom. That's all she's ever talked about. So maybe they just adopted this old man who was infatuated with them.
I mean,
Yeah.
why
And when
else would
she
he
was-
be so obsessed?
Help them fit into.
It's just the painting part that is breaking anything like that for me because he did all the paintings first.
Maybe her talent does more, but it's brought out in painting because that's a love she
Mm-hmm.
got from her father.
Yeah. Maybe he taught her how to paint and to see.
Yeah.
And he did it. I don't know. I still
Well-
think he was mortal.
She could have also been telling us stuff about her father that was not about that guy.
Not about dad. My father.
Yeah.
This
Sperm
is
donor.
fair.
All right. So moving into chapter 50. We are back with Envy. Alexi has come back from summoning Victoria, and Envy's help me clear out all these dead bodies because their foyer is covered in dead bodies that apparently they just started attacking each other. The curse is, growing stronger. We learned that Envy, is now pushing all of his magic to his people and trying to fend off this curse more than he has been capable of. So his power is very drained. But he's at his wit's end. He doesn't have any other solutions. So
Now he's having to cloak the smell too.
Yeah.
As he's not only doing keeping people from just completely being lost in the fog, he's having to make sure Victoria doesn't smell how dead everything is.
yeah.
She got a super nose.
So Alexi is just talking to him about how he doesn't like the idea of Victoria coming. They don't even know that she is the next clue. And tells Envy he needs to siphon off more magic tonight. And proposes using Camilla to walk in on him or whatever, to get jealous, which Envy's not a fan of, but he also knows, yeah, just by that one memory I shared with her, I know I could siphon a lot of power from her jealousy.
Plus, she also invokes it in him, and that's
Yeah.
a huge thing. His own jealousy fuels it.
And so he's kind of battling that, and Alexi's like, what, you're going to get morals now, of all times when our court is desperate. So he's like, okay, do what you have to do. Essentially, he's like, I do need to do this. I have to put my court first. But then Victoria comes in. Envy is trying to drop hints to figure out if Victoria is a part of the game or not. He uses Dearly Twins to see if it ignites anything in her. Essentially, she's like, why did you bring me here? and he's like, for negotiation. We know what she wants him, as she has forever.
Innuendos like, I'll always come for you.
Yes. So then it's just a game of Victoria trying to entice him. She's like, I want a trial before we bargain. I need to see what you're working with, essentially. And she's trying to like coax him. Nothing's working. He cannot get it up. And he's like, Alexi is like, do you want me to go get the girl? I'm like, what the fuck, Alexi?
Don't
Shut
bring
up.
her up.
Yeah.
So now Victoria knows there's a girl. And she's like, oh, are you in love? Why don't you picture her? What
I
does she
could
look
be her.
like?
I just want to
Um,
say that, like, when she was going through all of this, like, I give her props for not being offended that this dude's not turned on by her at all, and like is
no, he
only
literally is
here.
like, you know, I don't like you.
Yeah,
And she
and
is like
she's
that
just
driven
cool
to
with
make
it.
his brother jealous. Like that is
Yeah.
her goal in life right now.
Yeah. For however long, because we don't even know how long ago that one memory was.
No.
Yeah,
So she's like, tell me what she looks like, and is like talking all dirty to him. And he gets it up, then he loses it again. She tries again, and Alexi's like, dude, what the fuck? Like, get it together. And which also like, nah, never mind. Anyways, so then
This accusation at the bottom of 393.
so then he is lost in the fantasy and almost misses a commotion outside.
Oh, I was gonna say Victoria's saying, are you in love?
Yeah. No, I was gonna say, I feel like also this book compared to all other like fantasy books, like they all just have sex with people in the room constantly.
Yeah,
it's
it's a
just
weird
normal.
thing. And it's like, hey, you want to join? This because she said, do you want to bring in your second? Like, why would that help me? He's
Well,
not
no.
gonna.
very uninhibited by the crush of societal norms and pressure to, you know, fit in a mold that they have enlightened with the spirit of Jesus.
Okay. Well, it's a little extreme. But anywho, that's the end of my section.
Yeah, she's talking about what positions she should get in. Like she wants to glamour herself to look like
Yeah.
Camilla. That's freaking weird.
Which
And
he's
she's
like,
oh,
no,
hell no.
that's not gonna. Yeah, he's like, the first time is gonna be with her.
Yeah, and he's like very clearly, she doesn't need to be in my bed to incite jealousy. It just needs to look like I'm interested in her because I'm surely not. But
Yeah.
it needs to look like it. That's the goal. He kind of got lost in that fantasy too.
Yeah.
Completely, like you said, he didn't even notice commotion,
He was very enthralled by just the thought of her.
which is where I come in.
Yes.
Oops, I hit my thing. Come in with the commotions. Anyways, chapter 51. So we're switching back to Camilla's perspective, and she's showing up outside of Envy's court, his house, guns blazing. She's demanding to see Envy. And when she forces her way inside, because she does kind of force her way inside, she sees this beautiful home. She's like, this is the house of my dreams, but very quickly notices all the cracks and dust and the blood spatters all over the place. And she questions, like, is this why the game is so important? So she's getting more and more little clues feeding into this, like, there's more going on here. She, meets one of the demons that lives there. He seems pretty normal at first. Very reluctantly starts escorting her. And then I get this, like, in Finding Nemo, like,
Yeah.
Marlin's following Dory. And she's like, doo-doo-doo. And then she's like, oh, shit, who's that? What's behind me?
Exactly.
Yes, this is exactly what happened because he's like, can I help you, ma'am? She's like, yeah, like you were taking me to the throne room. And of course she pulls up there and hears some like dark feminine laughter coming through the walls and immediately pissed. Which then she's spiraling. She's like, that asshole is really with someone else. He wasn't messing around with me. He wasn't just trying to make me jealous. What?
Yeah.
How dare he? She described it as like pure and unending jealousy. And how dare he take another lover while she was sequestered?
Yeah, she's like, it should be me.
Yeah. And the guards try to deny her entry and she does the whole, okay, never mind. like,
Yeah.
and just
Rush
goes through the
through.
doors. And I think she expected them to be unlocked because she like slammed them into the wall. She pushed them so hard, and she runs. She runs all the way up there to the
Mhm.
throne, right up into the commotion. And she's just seeing Envy still like eyes closed, hair tousled, tent pitched, with this. She described Victoria as stunning, the stunning woman behind him, and she recognizes her from Envy's memory. So already not on a good start. Envy kind of comes to and doesn't react very much to Camilla being there at all whatsoever. It's just like, oh hey, you're here. This is Victoria. Um, yeah, welcome. And she's like, well, you know what? Like, good thing you're still trying to solve the clue. It's not like I came here to tell you that
Mhm.
I solved it. She's about to like freaking explode with jealousy. Victoria's just like, oh, she should join us. Do you want to join us? This'll work. We'll do that. Victoria mentions that Camilla's presence incites passion. So probably something else that has to do with the gifts that she has, her
When she
whatever she
says
is.
that
Yeah.
right after she
Yeah. Part of her
says,
true nature.
yeah,
Yeah. So
and that
what
she
is her
was
true
too
nature?
smart for her own good.
Yeah. Inmate gets off of his little, literally like high horse throne, whatever, because he gives a big sniff and smells wolf all over Camilla. He pretty much is like, get the fuck out of here to Alexi and Victoria, like, be gone, because he is about to completely reveal how envious he is of just the thought of them being near each other. Which is, they talk about it. Camilla reveals that she did have a fling with Wolf. He's like, well, how long ago was it? Was it like yesterday? It was 2 years ago. Calm down. He was the male in her memory, so that's a nice, he had to put a face to a penis.
Yeah.
She shares, because Wolf touched her locket, and so the scent is on there. She shares that the locket was a gift to her mother, so just goes into a little bit more in that it wards against unseelie males. And he says, what are you? And Camilla is Sealy. I called it. Go me. Go
But he
me.
doesn't know
Woo!
for sure. He doesn't know
She
for sure.
says it. She says, I am Sealy.
I'm just saying, she may not know it all.
She is Sealy. She's not unseelie. She is not darkness. She is not evil. Why would she say she was Sealy? He would be revolted. I feel like he would be able to tell if she was unseelie how much he hates them.
Maybe that's why she said she's Sealy.
You see my notepad?
Nope, because you turned
Camilla
your video
is.
off.
Well, it'll be on the video. It says Camilla is Sealy in big words, and it says I called it. Go me.
I mean,
Anyways,
that's just
Well,
what she's been told.
does she say
yes.
I'm Sealy? Because he says you're Sealy. How old are you, truthfully? And she just says we left Fairy when I was 6.
Let me see.
And Sealy and unseelie are basically the same.
They're not. They're
They
both
are.
fae, but they are polar
No,
opposites.
I know, but like realm and stuff. Because she doesn't say, well, maybe she does, but I don't see where she says I am Sealy. He says you're Sealy. How old are you? And she just says we left Fairy when I was 6.
Which is her admission.
No, that she is.
Her
She
locket.
could be
famous for
unsteely.
non-confessions and for circumventing the truth and dodging. But I'm not going to
It
argue
did
with
more,
you.
but that was all she'd reveal now. His gaze sharpened on her admissions, his wheel spinning. She saw the exact moment he'd added all his clues together, so she's not negating anything he says. You're silly.
course
How old
not.
are you? Time and
He
Fury
gave
is
her
much
the better
different.
option.
Aging. She hadn't truly started aging until she left her realm and came to Waverly Green. Let's see.
She's like 100 years old.
She's over a century old. That's in my notes too.
Yeah, because
I will
when
go
she said
on because Camila is Sealy, and I'm gonna move on now.
you believe, I believe that you believe. Does that count?
I believe what it says and what the
I'm
clues
just
are pointing
saying
to.
there is room for a twist here because she did not say yes. And everything she said could also be unseelie.
Anyways.
I'm just saying,
Okay,
if
yeah,
Hannah's
so
even half-heartedly agreeing with me, there might be truth behind it.
I am not getting off of this
You don't have
whatever
to.
I'm
Well,
on.
I'm caught on her dad saying, don't let them think that you're evil?
Because she is Fae.
Mm.
And I feel like the
Mm-mm.
Seelie are the most, the
But the
Unseelie
Seelie-
are the most prominent ones.
No.
They're the most well-known ones. The Seelies, they're more peaceful and
Right.
like off to themselves. That's
Well,
what it
right.
said when we
So
learned
why
about
would they
them.
be feared?
Right.
Because they're
Yeah.
known to be the like angelic ones.
Well, you don't see very much of them there, right? I think we'll learn more.
Yeah.
I like am in agreement with this parentage thing though. So maybe she's half and half.
I don't know.
That would be
What's
the most likely
so
scenario. Like her mom is Seelie, and maybe she is like a lost princess of the Unseelie king, but she takes after Baltimore.
Yeah.
But she has some Seelie in her. Okay. All right. Anyways,
She's about to have some demon in her.
she was 6 years old in Fey realm, and when she came to the mortal realm, she started aging normally. She's not going to age anymore, so she's eventually going to have to leave Waverly Green anyways. She finally tells him, "Hey, asshole! I figured out the clue. The Dearly Twins is the carved pillar, and that's why I went to see Wolf. So thanks for all your assumptions." And he's like, "Oh, the twin pillar's a fairy." She mentioned that Wolf wanted to mate with her, and he's like, "The fuck he did."
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, you're mine. Like, and he says that she's destroyed him. Like, he can't have you. You're mine. She has destroyed him. Camilla, I said it's Camilla. Camilla wants the demon. They're ready to proceed. He is going to ruin her.
That's
These are
what
my
she's
notes.
calling his weenie.
Oh, okay. I'm like, well, when we were talking about the mate thing,
Yeah.
she says, as if you truly mind. And his response to her is, do you really think I don't care if another male mates with you? And do you know what other creatures mate for life? Which she deduces is the wolves, which are his house crest.
But also, the other guy's name is Wolf.
I know. I'm like, y'all couldn't have clarified this a little bit more. Like, why do they need to all be the same thing? But
Like, get a different animal, dude.
yeah, so like typical, when they say mate, it's for life, and he's very specific about that.
Yeah. And you're not. No. He's not going to allow that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a lot of notes, but I still skipped over it because it was a lot. It was a long chapter. And yeah, they've already started to get hot and heavy towards the end of it.
Another good thing or to point out about this is going back to Envy's one night rule, because she says it wasn't about Envy's sin, about his inability to be satisfied like his brothers all thought. His one night rule was about Envy punishing himself repeatedly.
Yeah, because all coming from it's stemming from the loss of that mortal. He's punishing himself for what he let happen to her. He won't have connections like that anymore.
Yeah. But he still says he like wasn't in love with her.
Yeah, it was like infatuation. What did he say? I forgot that the last like 5 pages of this are just sexy time, and so I can't find anything.
He says infatuation, intrigue, deep admiration, but never love. And I brought her to the wild court, introduced her to death, made a selfish mistake that has impacted my entire court, which tells us they're connected somehow. We still haven't learned what Lennox took from him twice, but her death or whatever played a big role into the court curse.
Yeah, that's why he got pulled into the game.
Yeah.
From my understanding, this is a really good like paragraph after the one day rule. That she knew what it was like to make a single mistake that continued to ravage. Some mistakes grew fangs and claws, always hungry for more wickedness, more regret. She wanted to ask what he'd done, but since that was a door he'd keep firmly closed for now, she just walked to the halls of his house, knew his mistake had grown more than proverbial things. So she's putting 2 and 2 together there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say she's quite insightful to like hit it so close to what's really going on without having any background info. Like everybody else that like he's even actively trying to hide this information from, but they've had decades to kind of pick up on the tiny things that she didn't have access to.
They
Like,
don't care to notice. It's shallow relationships. She is intrigued by him. Like she cares about him. So of course she would notice, right?
Yeah.
You guys ready for my slam poetry summation of the last 2 chapters of my section?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I have
Hit it.
literally no notes, so.
Hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Hit
Okay.
it.
So chapter 52 has this is the steamy, actually dirty chapter. We get random quotes from it. Praying at the altar of your body is one of the only ways to get a sinner like me on my knees. Camilla does not want to be played with. Get to the point, Envy. She's nervous about it fitting. Rightfully so, apparently. Chapter 52.
I will say, he did make a comment way at the very beginning about how he had the biggest one out of all the
Yeah.
brothers,
He
and
did.
they knew it.
He did. He did.
My favorite
Um,
part of that chapter was when he asked her if she was nervous and she said no. And he's like,
Nope.
but I can read her emotions. Like, I know she's nervous.
Yeah. He's probably like not in the way you think. She's like probably nervous, excited. But like that really though, will it fit?
Yeah.
Terror.
Anything else in that one?
No.
Okay. Read it in depth on your own, fellow followers. Okay. Chapter 53. Still dirty. Envy wants her to say his true name, Leviathan, at her climax. Demons usually closely guard their true names. Lots of exploratory missions. She thought that no one else would compare. She's thinking this in her head. He says, no one will. Clarifies, touch you again, I will kill them. Unfair. He claims her as his, also unfair. Confusing. Lots of harders and mores.
But she also claims him as hers.
Yeah, she does. But not out loud. But he can probably tell that she's thinking it.
Yeah.
So lots of harders and mores. A relocation to the throne. Lovely little deviant. Frantic and feral. Leviathan. You kiss like a saint, but fuck like a deviant. Watching in the mirror. Eyes open. Beast. He calls her love instead of pet. Leviathan. Again, one night stand ended. And then this quote. She felt like he was already gone, like a star shooting across the night sky. There was nothing left but the memory of now beautifully bright, of how beautifully bright it had once shined.
Question. So I can hear your going on over there, whatever you call that move, and stick it. Don't care. Damn.
What? What? No, what? I don't
Because
understand.
I can't see
Oh,
you,
we can't see you.
but I can feel your
Oh,
like.
yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, yeah, I'm all over the place.
I know. So I know the way she spells that, like it is. I want to say Leviathan, but she talks like when he
Right.
tells
Levi
her,
Ethan. It's like 2 names.
that he's spoken it like it was 2 words, 2 names. She imagined them as the wolves of his house symbol, Levi, and I want to say like Ethan.
Yeah.
So then I just want to say, like, keeping this in mind as I'm trying to like scream out his name from her perspective, or
Levi
his name
Ethan!
from yes. I'm like, how do you make that? That's so awkward. Like, so I couldn't even like every time she said it, I just giggled.
Leviathan. Maybe more like that. It's Leviathan for me because that's how it's going to come out of my mouth.
Well, yeah,
I
that's
mean,
how you
yeah.
pronounce Leviathan and how you spell it too.
Yeah. I mean, they were very much equals in gusto and skill and enjoyment. I don't know how they're gonna come back from that. Like, I don't know how this doesn't propel them forward into more than a
Well,
one
it
night thing.
has to, right?
Well,
Like,
and
that's got to be the next
technically-
discussion here.
They do it twice, like, because they finish and she's about to, like, she even brings up, like, oh, we should go, work on the clue or whatever. And he's like, do you really want me to not do it again or
Well,
something like that?
that's because it's one night. Like, he
I don't
says
think
he
they
does
ever
it a
stopped.
lot.
Really.
Yeah.
I will say,
Yeah.
he did never come out of her. Like, she's just chilling.
That's
But-
why I said Leviathan twice. I yelled it twice, remember? In my notes.
Yeah, I also don't think he means one time. He meant one. Like, he would say, and
We're going
all that
all
we've heard,
night.
it's like all night long, like a whole
And they did.
escapade
It went all night
everywhere.
long.
The floor, the bed, so. But no,
Cover the entire throne room in their sin.
I think that's definitely got to be in the next episode. is some discussion over.
That
Okay.
or he is so stubbornly going to push her away, or Lennox finds a way to get between them.
Yeah, maybe one of them disappears now.
Yeah.
They get separated.
Yeah. It can't be peacefully. We can't have our happy ending yet. We'll
No,
say
but
that
I
for the
mean,
10th of the book.
the
I
next
do-
time they talk, though, it's like they cannot keep their hands off each other. They're flirting 24/7. Like the next time they have a conversation, like a larger conversation, it's going to be about this.
Well, and
We'll
I
see.
feel like the closer we get to the end, the more like in my head, I feel like it's going to come to a head where she gets her gift back or he wins. Like it's going to be like only one of you can be a winner.
Like the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
I
Well,
never
I
read
mean,
that.
that's how
know.
this game does work. So
Yeah.
that
But
would
she's
make
not
sense.
technically a player because she did not swear a blood oath. She
That's
is just
true.
beholden to it.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's how she gets around.
Or Lennox gives him the choice, like your house or her gift.
Yeah, that's a good thought.
He absolutely would choose his house.
I would hope so.
I would hope so too.
Yeah.
That's like lots of
I
lives.
feel like there has to be some twist in it where she is part of that decision or like
Yeah.
he pushes her in a way that like
Well, that's like
she
Lennox
fights for that.
wants Camilla there for Envy's game, and
Yeah.
it's not going to end well.
Yeah.
No, because he wants Envy to lose.
So curious. I don't know.
And the biggest way at this point for him to lose is for him to take Camilla.
Yep. So in summary, Camilla is at least half Seelie,
It doesn't
and
say
she's
that.
good
We'll see.
because
There's
she's
Seelie
a
in
star.
her, whether it's or not TBD.
She's
Yeah, and
too
I
good
think
for
she's
that
just
unseelie
she
blood.
keeps alluding to a lot more secrets. So if she is Seelie, she's not just Seelie or something. Like there's something unique about her.
I mean, I would say probably royalty then, related to either on one side or the other, because that's where that straight, like all of the extra powers we mentioned it multiple times, unbound powers, or untapped powers. I don't know what it said. Something powers with the royalty, they're heirs, and
Untold.
that would make sense. Untold.
Yeah.
Powers untold. Did you guys miss
Maybe her mom
did.
is Lennox's sister and he went on a tear for power. Then that's why her mom took her out and her to save both of them. And that's
She's
why her mom
not
disappeared.
unseelie.
She's the true heir to the whole thing, and like
Well, maybe the
can
Seelie and
dethrone him.
Unseelie were brother and sisters and they got pissed off and now they're two separate.
But
And
there's another queen. There's a Seelie queen and king.
we don't know where her mom is.
I don't know.
I think her mom. Maybe he has her mom.
I think that's
I mean,
definitely a possibility.
I definitely think she's in Faye somewhere. Like someone
Her
has
mom was running away or protecting her daughter, so there's some big something.
Somebody caught her and brought her to the wild court, and now
Somebody
she's
come
being
get
held
me.
there until Camilla comes, and Camilla has to choose between her power and her mother.
But then
No.
how's that affect
Lennox-
Envy?
But Lennox likes choices. It's not. It's like Camilla separately. But Camilla can't. Envy can't win unless Camilla wins, and Camilla wins by getting her gift back. So if she were to choose to get her mom back, she wouldn't.
she can't win
and
'cause
so
she's not a
Envy
player.
wouldn't win.
Are you flagging yourself?
No, listen. Let me rephrase this. Okay.
A Freudian slip.
Low on sleep, but it makes sense. Listen. Okay, so Lennox has
Does it?
Camilla's
though?
mother. For Envy to win, Camilla has to win. And if Camilla wins, she gets her gift back. If Camilla chooses to save her mother rather than getting her gift back, Envy therefore cannot win. Camilla doesn't win the game. Her winning is getting her gift back.
Yeah.
But him winning is her getting her gift back. So she chooses mommy over gift. Everybody loses.
Honestly, about
Could
the
be
third
interesting.
sentence in, I went on a rabbit hole and I didn't hear the whole rest of your spiel, but I
That was
believe
like
you.
the third time that I went through it. And so I digress. We'll see.
I support
Lots of
this.
theories.
It's a good theory.
Lots of
It just
theories.
came to me.
Some of
It is
our
a
theories are good.
It is a possible theory. There are many of them.
I was so disappointed in you guys when you did not have the same reaction to her being Seelie. I was so excited about it. When I read it,
Because
I was
we're
like,
not delusional.
I need to talk about this. We finally know. And you guys just
I'm
dampened.
pretty sure there's only one ostrich in
theories.
this conversation, and it ain't us.
But I thought that we were ostriches
Actually,
together.
Hannah is an ostrich sometimes.
Well, like your opinions and a bite.
Anyways, somebody white flag us all.
we should all digress.
Good night, fellow readers.
Good episode. We start part, what's IV? 5?
7.
It should be
It is.
VII.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
no.
Well, in the book, it's part 4,
That's what
which is
okay,
IV.
part
But
4.
our part 7.
Yes, but I was letting the readers know we are starting to read part 4,
Shark 4.
chapter
porn.
54,
It's not like innocent.
in about 75 pages.
Oh my God, what's happening?
I don't know.
It was your slam poetry on all the like
Yeah.
verbal porn that now Hannah's thinking about shark porn and
I said shart.
Shart?
Because I thought Hannah said shart. Shart. Like a shit fart.
Shark porn?
Oh my
No.
gosh. Did I send you guys that video? Okay, let's wrap
Shark
the
porn?
episode.
Okay.
No.
All right. Good night,
All right.
fellow readers. I love you, sisters.
Follow. We're trying to get
God.
TikTok up and going. And like, comment, subscribe, and let us know what you're enjoying, what you're not. Should this be shorter? Should we read a whole book at once instead of 8 parts of one book? I don't know. Give us your opinions on what you would actually listen to. So,
Because we're going to
can
keep
make some
doing it until
progress.
we hear something else.
all right, night sisters.
Love you.
Love you.
Goodbye.